Hello, my channel mammals. Welcome back to the shipping department. We keep coming down here because I'm almost always down here. And I love it down here and I'm getting a lot of work done. So I thought, oh well, I'm so late with this week's lesson. I just thought, oh, I'm not going to try to think of another place. We're just going to join up here. And also I have something to show you over here. This is, you can come on over and come close if you want to sit closer. Here, let me get a stool for the channel mammals. Okay, and you can move it wherever you like. Okay, so we're going to read the lesson, but I just thought I really wanted to show you this because it's getting shipped off. And you'll probably never see it again. This is called, it's called Crackpot. And when we were making these pieces, sometimes some would come broken, or we would break them ourselves, or they'd break in shipping or something. And we hated throwing away these beautiful pieces of pottery. So we'd take a good pot and decorate it with the broken parts of other pots. And we called it Crackpot. And we put a glass knob on top of these pewter lids. These are handmade pewter lids, and they even have our insignia stamped in them. You can't see it very well, so I'm not going to let you, but it's there. And then, but look, I had so much fun working on this, and just thinking about it. And anyway, somebody bought it. See how they're little stalactites growing inside? It's totally useless. You couldn't put it in the oven or anything anyway, really. So I thought, oh well, I'll just play. And this edge had got chipped a bit. So I just added more little shells, and I got excited about just growing them down the edge. And then here's more that over time I started discovering other things to do with it. It's got the pottery, it's got rocks, shells, mirror, other pottery from other pots that have broken also. So I just thought you'd enjoy seeing some of the things that you might not see much of. We wanted to start a whole collection, and we did do some pieces, quite a bit actually. You know, it really started in when we had MacKenzie-Childs. We started this department called the Serendipity Department, and it was always things that were missing something, or something happened to them or whatever, and we started making them into something else. And so basically this is an outgrowth of that, but it has its own name, Crackpot. So I'm not sure we named all those, but I'm going to move it out of the way so we don't have any problems with it. So we'll put it over here. See it from afar. And then now we'll read the lesson. Now, you know, usually I try to read a couple of sections of the Bible lesson around Wednesday, usually. I mean, I'd say maybe 60% of the time. And then sometimes it goes into Thursday. And maybe once it went into Friday. And once it went in the beginning, I thought of it as a Sunday thing. But then I thought, well, we study the lesson all week, and it's so great to have the opportunity to get it in the description, and you can read the whole lesson. So I moved it to Wednesday, so you could look it up, and you can read it yourself or listen to it. And so, but now it's Sunday, the end of the week. In a few days, you'll be hearing next week's lesson. So this week's lesson is called, it's a question. Is the universe, including man, evolved by atomic force? And so the lesson kind of answers that. And I'm not reading the golden text or anything. I'm just reading sections 4 and 5. And it may not make sense, but you can take what you like from it. Okay. So in the Bible, in section 4, it says, "And Jesus departed from thence, and came nigh into the Sea of Galilee, and went up into a mountain, and sat down there. And great multitudes came unto him, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and many others, and cast them down at Jesus' feet." Can you imagine a pile of all these people around your feet? I just love that image, and him just welcoming them. It's amazing. And he healed them, insomuch that the multitude wondered when they saw the dumb to speak, the maimed to be whole, the lame to walk, and the blind to see. And they glorified the God of Israel. And I thought it was really great that they glorified God, not person, like a magic man or something. "And there was a certain nobleman whose son was sick at Capernaum. And when he heard that Jesus was come out of Judea into Galilee, he went unto him and besought him that he would come down and heal his son, for he was at the point of death. And then Jesus said unto him, Except ye see signs and wonders, ye will not believe." And he was just trying to check out this nobleman to see how trusting he was. Then the nobleman said unto him, "Sir, come down, ere my child die." Jesus saith unto him, "Go thy way, thy son liveth." And the man believed the word that Jesus had spoken unto him. And he went his way. And as he was now going down, his servants met him and told him, saying, "Thy son liveth." Then inquired he of them the hour when he began to amend. And they said unto him, "Yesterday, at the 7th hour, the fever left him." So the father knew that it was at the same hour in the which Jesus said unto him, "Thy son liveth," and himself believed, and his whole household. And then it says here, "I will fetch my knowledge from afar, and will ascribe righteousness to my Maker." For some reason, when I printed this, the books of the Bible didn't print, so this is from another book in the Bible. So I'm sorry, it got taken off, but you can see the transitions in thought, and so I'll read that sentence again. "I will fetch my knowledge from afar, and will ascribe righteousness to my Maker." Okay, so in Science and Health, with Key to the Scriptures by Mary Baker Eddy, there are correlative passages to the Bible that help to open it up in the spiritual interpretation. Mind's control over the universe, including man, is no longer an open question, but is demonstrable science. Jesus illustrated the divine principle and the power of immortal mind by healing sickness and sin and destroying the foundations of death. Our master taught no mere theory, doctrine, or belief. It was the divine principle of all real being, which he taught and practiced. The effect of this science, with a capital S, is to stir the human mind to a change of base on which it may yield to the harmony of the divine mind. The point for each one to decide is whether it is mortal mind or immortal mind that is causative. Do I have 2 pages here? The Christian Scientist, understanding scientifically that all is mind, with a capital M meaning God, commences with mental causation, the truth of being, to destroy the error. This corrective is an alterative, reaching to every part of the human system. God creates and governs the universe, including man. The universe is filled with spiritual ideas which he evolved, and they are obedient to the mind that makes them. And then section 5, the other section that I'm reading in the Bible, "According to thy name, O God, so is thy praise unto the ends of the earth." And God wrought special miracles by the hands of Paul. And it came to pass that the father of Publius lay sick of a fever and of a bloody flux, to whom Paul entered in and prayed, and laid his hands on him and healed him. So when this was done, others also which had diseases in the island came and were healed. For the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of God, of the Lord, as the waters cover the sea. I never knew what that meant till not too many years ago. I thought, what does it mean, as the waters cover the sea? And I realized that water seeps to every possible place. What do they say? It seeks its own level. And so, for the earth shall be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord, the same way that the waters cover the sea. I thought, wow, that's really exhaustive. It's huge. And then in Science and Health it says, weary of their material beliefs, from which comes so much suffering, invalids grow more spiritual as the error or belief that life is in matter yields to the reality of spiritual life. The scientific fact that man and the universe are evolved from spirit, and so are spiritual, is as fixed in divine science as is the proof that mortals gain the sense of health only as they lose the sense of sin and disease. Can't hold on to both of them. When you say man's body is material, I say with Paul, be willing rather to be absent from the body and to be present with the Lord. Give up your material belief of mind in matter and have but one mind, even God, for this mind forms its own likeness. You must understand your way out of human theories relating to health, or you will never believe that you are free from some ailment. Let us banish sickness as an outlaw and abide by the rule of perpetual harmony, God's law. When the first symptoms of disease appear, dispute the testimony of the material senses with divine science. Suffer no claim of sin or of sickness to grow upon thought. Dismiss it with an abiding conviction that it is illegitimate, because you know that God is no more the author of sickness than he is of sin. You have no law of his to support the necessity either of sin or sickness. But you have divine authority for denying that necessity and healing the sick. Rise in the conscious strength of the Spirit of truth to overthrow the plea of mortal mind, alias matter, arrayed against the supremacy of spirit. Man is and forever has been God's reflection. God is infinite, therefore ever present, and there is no other power nor presence. Hence, the spirituality of the universe is the only fact of creation.